task. How have you found it? More difficult than you thought, maybe?
A little bit, yes. Because of the schedule, you get that.
Two players once trusted deeply by former Manchester United manager Rúben Amorim are now facing uncertain futures at Manchester United after losing their regular starting spots in the team. The situation has sparked discussions among fans, analysts, and the players themselves about what comes next for their careers. During Amorim's tenure at Old Trafford, these two players were considered key figures in his tactical setup. Their style of play, work ethic, and understanding of the manager's philosophy made them reliable options in important matches. However, football evolves quickly, and squad dynamics change. Since Amorim's departure and the arrival of interim manager Michael Carrick, competition for places in the starting 11 has intensified dramatically. New tactical adjustments have reshaped the team structure. Carrick has introduced subtle but important changes that have altered the roles of several players within the squad. These changes have pushed some previously established starters down the pecking order. For the two players who were once among Amorim's most trusted figures, the shift has been particularly noticeable. Both players had built strong reputations under Amorim's system. Their performances once symbolized the aggressive, energetic football that the Portuguese manager tried to implement at Manchester United. But football rarely stands still. New arrivals, improved performances from teammates, and tactical adjustments have made the competition even tougher. The two players now find themselves starting more matches from the bench rather than on the pitch. That reality has forced them to evaluate their long-term future at the club. Sources close to the dressing room suggest that both players have held internal discussions about their roles within the squad moving forward. Despite their frustration, neither player has publicly criticized the coaching staff or the club's direction. Instead, they have remained professional and focused on training. Their commitment to maintaining high standards has not gone unnoticed by teammates. Even when not selected in the starting lineup, they continue to push the squad during training sessions. Some teammates have reportedly praised their positive attitude despite the disappointment of losing their places. Still, professional footballers naturally want to play regularly. Sitting on the bench week after week is rarely satisfying for players who once held central roles in the team. For these two Amorim favorites, the situation has become a test of patience and determination. Both players reportedly believe they still have plenty to offer Manchester United. They feel their experience and understanding of the club could still be valuable in the coming months. However, they also recognize that football careers are short. Regular playing time is crucial to maintaining form and confidence. As a result, both players have begun considering their options carefully. Discussions about potential transfers or loan opportunities have quietly surfaced. Clubs across Europe are always monitoring situations like this. When talented players lose their starting positions at a major club like Manchester United, interest tends to grow quickly. Scouts from various teams have reportedly kept a close eye on their recent appearances. Even limited minutes can reveal a lot about a player's ability and professionalism. For the players themselves, the coming months may determine whether they stay and fight for their places or pursue opportunities elsewhere. Both men are understood to respect Carrick's decisions, even if those choices have reduced their playing time. They acknowledge that managers must make difficult decisions based on form, tactics, and squad balance. At the same time, they remain confident that they can still compete for starting roles if given the chance. Training sessions have reportedly been intense as players battle to impress the coaching staff. Competition for places has actually raised the overall level of performance within the squad. For Manchester United supporters, such competition is often seen as a positive development. Depth and quality across the squad can be vital in long and demanding seasons. Still, supporters also remember how influential these two players once were under Amorim. Their previous performances helped the team navigate several challenging matches. In many ways, they were symbols of Amorim's tactical identity at the club. When he was in charge, he relied heavily on players who understood his pressing system and quick transitional play. These two players fit that philosophy perfectly. Their ability to read the game and execute the manager's instructions made them stand out. But every managerial change brings new ideas and different priorities. Carrick's tactical preferences have slightly shifted the team's balance. Those shifts have inevitably affected certain players more than others. For the two Amorim favorites, adapting to the new system has not been entirely straightforward. Different responsibilities and positioning requirements can change how a player influences the game. Nevertheless, both players have shown willingness to adapt. They have spent extra time studying the new tactical approach introduced by the coaching staff. Such dedication reflects their desire to remain relevant within the squad. Still, football decisions often come down to form and competition. Several younger players have seized their opportunities in recent matches. Their performances have made it difficult for Carrick to alter his starting lineup. Consistency is something every manager values highly. If a team is performing well, there is little incentive to make drastic changes. That reality has left the two former starters waiting patiently for opportunities. In cup competitions and rotational matches, they have occasionally been given minutes to prove themselves. Those appearances could become crucial in shaping their future. Strong performances might reopen the door to regular starting roles. On the other hand, limited opportunities could accelerate thoughts about moving elsewhere. Transfer windows always create possibilities for players seeking fresh starts. Agents often play key roles in exploring potential destinations. For now, however, both players have reportedly decided to remain focused on Manchester United. They understand that circumstances in football can change quickly. An injury, suspension, or tactical adjustment could suddenly create new opportunities. Until then, professionalism remains their guiding principle. Their teammates reportedly appreciate the maturity with which they have handled the situation. Maintaining harmony within the dressing room is essential during transitional periods. Both players know that their reputations depend not only on performances but also on their attitudes. Their decision regarding their futures may ultimately depend on how the season unfolds. If opportunities increase, they may decide to stay and fight for their places. If not, a new chapter elsewhere might become the best option. Either way, their time under Amorim ensured they will always have a notable place in this period of Manchester United's history. For now, the story remains unfinished. The coming months will reveal whether they can reclaim their roles or whether their paths will lead away from Old Trafford. What is certain is that the situation reflects the ever-changing nature of football at the highest level.